That's him. I'm Sean.
right.
I was on the sticky too, but they didn't tell you to call me.
Oh, no, I just got a message.
Yeah, they took both our names and numbers on the stickies.
Oh, okay. Very good.
She must have tossed mine in the can.
Well, actually, there may have been 2 numbers, but for some reason, when we talked it out,
There I am right there.
She said, yeah, but she said that one of you had questions about double wides, and then the other was something else. So anyway, that's
Well, we
why.
both had that because
Yeah.
was it 2015? Tony and
Yeah. So let me give you the backside to this. We just had a meeting. I think I talked to you. We just had a meeting like last week because I told Colin he's the city attorney.
yeah, I met him. He came over here.
He's a good guy. Anyway, and I said, Colin, we need to talk about this double wide thing because it's not clear in the ordinance. I don't know if y'all have ever read through ordinances, but they're awful, like legal. You know what I mean? It's just hard to read. And you got different things in different places. But there's a statement in there that says no double wides. Now, I can tell you there are double wides in the city of Bluefield.
Well, we know.
And there have been. There have been.
Yeah.
But moving forward, he said, it looks to me like looking through all this that we can't have any double wides. Now, so that's what we're telling people from here moving forwards. Now, you can get a variance. You know, you can go through the proper channels. And what he said, I don't know what y'all are looking at here, but what he said the best thing to do here would be you take a zoning that, I forget if this is R2 or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, yeah.
And you make it into a PUD. So that's a, what is it, urbanized development or something like that. Same thing that Raj Chopper did over at Kmart. That wasn't zoned right for him to be able to do what he could do, and you know, so they can do that, and that would be the way to go forward here.
What's it called again?
A PUD, planned urbanized development. That's what it is.
Basically what we did, because when we started with this project, this was all wooded and messed up.
Yeah.
We excavated this entire street and bought this entire street for the sake of double wides.
Yeah.
To fix it up, as you can see.
Well, and let me tell you something. Because you know I wasn't here, but if Tony and somebody else, see, they probably understood that it was okay.
Yeah, they did, because him and the city attorney, Colin, came and walked around the whole property.
Well, then I would lean on that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he knows me.
When you go through the process, you can say, "Hey, we were told," and
That's why we bought the property and paid thousands for excavation.
That's why I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you where we are,
right,
like with the meeting
current,
and moving forward. And I'm actually against it because I don't have any problems with double wides. Because there's another part of the ordinance, that's why I was saying it's so confusing, that says in R2 and R3, you can have a manufactured house. It doesn't say double wide, it says manufactured house. Well, what the heck is a manufactured house? A double wide would be a manufactured house.
Right.
And it talks about that they got to be built well, you know, whatever. But permanent foundation, that kind of thing. Now, permanent foundation on a double wide, because I check those all the time. Really, all that means is that you have piers.
Right.
Because double wides are set up on piers.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're on a concrete little footing. Mm-hmm. They're on piers. They're shimmed with wood. And then on the outside, you got a marriage beam that's put together. But on the outside, they've got basically a metal beam that runs the length, and they put straps around them and tie them down either to the ground or into the footing on the outside that has your perimeter wall.
Right.
People think that's the foundation, but that wall doesn't hold up anything.
Right.
You can do that with a skirt, or some people do put block up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, your foundation is up under that thing. So that's all that is. I mean, anybody that sets one up usually is going to set it up that way.
So how hard is it to change it to that PUD?
Well, I mean,
it's a process.
Again, that's not really a me thing. I would probably be on that. What do you think about that? That's probably Planning Commission. Colin's going to be your main guy. I think that's what I told you on the phone. Yeah. And you know, I would say, hey, well, you know, a few years ago, whenever that was, this was our plan, and
he knows.
Move forward.
Like I said, he knows me very well.
Yeah.
That's when I started coming back.
Colin's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's good. I never had any problem with him or Tony, really.
So, was that all you all had questions about, or you?
No, he wants to move his shed up here.
Okay.
And they was trying to. They said, you know, up to the front.
Pretty much, if you move like a shed or what they call an appurtenant structure, can't be in front of the
porch.
Well, it really can't be in front of this line right here. It's not the porch, but it'd be this line.
Right.
Where your front door is. Now, I ain't gonna come out and measure it. If you're close. See, I wouldn't don't put it out in here. So as long as you are, well, like if I was looking at this line, I'd say you're back, you're good.
And how far does it need to be away from the other property line? They said something about so many feet from the property line.
Yeah,
That's not
it's probably,
yours.
It's probably not far. I'd have to look that up. I'll look that up and is this your cell number?
Yeah, 952.
I'll text you that. I didn't bring
Okay.
that. I didn't bring that with me. It's not far though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it could be something like 6 foot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna want it
Right.
that
Yeah,
close.
she's
anyway.
going to begin like right here anyway.
So they can be
Yeah, I'm
beside
not
that.
sure how your
Back.
lots run.
Yeah, we are all surveyed already.
Well, and let me tell you this. So we don't survey either.
Okay.
So when I tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know where your property line is.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is if a neighbor come in, I know y'all own this, but let's just say you didn't.
Right.
Say I own this over here. The city's not gonna come out and say, hey, I told you 6 foot. We're not gonna check that. We just told you what it is. But if the neighbor comes back and say, hey, you're within, your fence is on my property or your building or whatever, they could make you move it. You don't have that problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a problem at all. Y'all gonna do some grading up here with anything or?
Well, we was at a standstill. You should have seen it before we started.
Yeah,
It was bears coming up in here. That's how wooded it was.
yeah.
Bears,
and
deer, everything.
We got it all the way to the end, and I don't know. We've been bugging them about the very end. I believe the railroad on the
Yeah.
very end.
Yeah, they do.
Why don't they make them do anything?
Uh,
They don't cut nothing, clean nothing, or fix nothing up, but they'll ticket. They make us keep stuff down.
they're hard to deal with, just like on the bridge down there. We like to never got them to do anything until we threatened to sue them, and then of course once the state come up with some money, they're like, oh yeah, we'll talk to you now.
But they told us that if we have to get a sidewalk fixed, like on the website, that the city will do it and they'll charge us. I don't understand why they can't do the same policy with them down there on that corner. Just
I
charge.
mean, to get the sidewalk fixed.
Well, yeah, they said if our sidewalk is messed up.
Well, pretty much you're responsible for your own sidewalk. That thing you're talking about is a plan that if you don't have the money to pay for it,
Right.
that it's kind of like a loan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Well, that's
can
okay.
do
So they
that.
can come build the
Y'all
house.
are there 2 sides here?
Yeah, on the other.
Like does the property line split or does it go all the way from
Also, I went back.
road to road?
Well, yeah, Colin and I got all access to the alley since we the only ones have access. We actually
Oh,
opened
there's an alley there.
Yeah, we opened it up.
Yeah,
It was
I got you.
closed.
I got you.
And they gave me a paper that said I have all access because the other area on the side of the hill there, they don't have access to it. So they gave me a paper because there used to be people parking cars all down in there and said, we'll give you a paper saying you got all access to it. And said if you want to buy it, it has to go to the auction. But, I said access is good enough because we've been cutting and keeping it low so we can at least drive through and come in the back with trucks and stuff we need to.
So let's say this is the next street. Is there alley running up the middle and there's lots here and lots
Oh, you can
here?
see it. We can walk back here, right?
Well,
You
the
can see
only
it.
reason I was saying that is because the city, we've been trying to get rid of alleys. Like undeveloped alleys,
Yeah, this was one of those.
we've been trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, he just told me if I wanted to actually own it, I had to go to the auction and bid on it.
I mean, that depends.
Yeah,
We haven't been doing that lately.
yeah, I just
Is
cleaned
this
it the other
this
day.
Right here?
Yeah, this the alley. It was closed, completely wooded. And then that's our properties up there too, all the way up.
I got it. So what I'm talking about is here. So here's typically, it'd probably be in your best interest just leave it alone. Because here's what we've been doing here lately. So you see how, like I said, these parcels, let me call them, come to there.
Right.
Their parcels maybe come to, like, let's say right there.
Oh yeah,
And here's an alley. So if we get rid of this alley, what we would do,
split the parcels.
yeah, we would split the alley and give this side this half and this side that
Right.
half. So see, then you might not be able to get in here. So you're better off leave that alone.
Yeah.
Just make it an alley that you can travel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gave me a paper
Yeah.
to give me all access because
Yeah.
they usused to park broke cars and stuff down here. You
Because
could-
see, really, this alley doesn't help them.
right.
'cause they're- the way
yeah, they
that-
have no access.
Yeah,
That's what they told me when they walked it off.
it really helps you. But
Tony and Colin walked around this whole thing.
whether or not all those people down through there would be willing to give all this to you, I don't know. But anyway.
Like I said, they don't have no access when they got unless they can
I
fly.
just leave it alone. It's good for you the way it is.
I think that's pretty much it. Besides,
Dubs.
Yeah, and if you want to start, the process on the PUD, I can mention that to Colin. I just talked to him a little bit ago, and
well, yeah. If you mention my name, he'll know that. If you say
what's your last name?
Scott
Sean Scott.
on Allen Street, yeah,
You're not supposed to trust a man with 2 first names,
I
are you?
got 3 first names, so I made the cut.
Uh-oh. I teach over here at the college.
Yeah, I remember you told me. Remember I came over and talked to you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I talked to so many
You
people.
said you only do this a couple days a week because you teach at the college.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
mainly here Tuesday.
As soon as I got back
Thursday.
here, because I go to Florida in the wintertime, as soon as I got back
yeah,
here.
I remember you.
Yeah, I came over and talked to you for a second.
Yeah, because you come to my office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hat must be throwing you off. I'm bald headed.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Anyway, I can tell him that you guys are ready to move forward.
Yeah, because when we heard about that, it was like, what? That's the purpose.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
We done paid thousands to get this stuff excavated
Yeah,
and
no
ready.
idea.
And like you said, the last step is the grading and then the plump, the gas, all the stuff.
I would. I mean, Colin's not planning on leaving anytime that I know of, but I would go ahead and get on it. I mean, this needs to be changed over while he's
Right.
in the position that he's in.
Because you don't know who's next.
He's actually in a really good position right now. He's the interim city manager, so yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I'll tell him to get the ball rolling. And anything else? I don't think there's a problem on that building thing at all. But
Yeah,
I will.
it's literally this one getting moved up there.
Yeah, but I will. I'll text you and kind of make sure how many
Okay.
feet it is off of the.
And one of the biggest reasons is because of the transformer and getting power to it. Because they can't run it next to the windows. So
Well, you're gonna put power to the building?
this is workspace in there.
I got you. Where's your next parcel line? Are they marked
It's like almost at that middle thing right there where that stump is standing up in the middle.
over here?
The middle one.
Yeah, you got plenty of room there.
Yeah.
That won't be a problem.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
And then he owns the one next to that one.
Yeah.
And then I own the one way down there. So
Yeah. So you guys pretty much, if you extend this alley all the way down, back down to Pulaski, you all own all of these lots from Pulaski up to whatever the next street is.
except for 4.
Yeah. Well, up on this
Well,
end?
yeah, I got all these all the way up,
I got
all the
you.
way to the corner. Yeah, that's me right there. That shed and that property up
I
there.
got you.
That's that's our house, the White House, and this is grandmother's house.
I got you. Yep. All right.
And it does go all the way down through. We drove through the whole thing. You can drive through the whole thing.
Yeah.